It's so early and bright. And there is a train that is blocking the road, so I can't get to the airport. Good thing I'm early.
Welcome to the friendly skies. That double date means we're above 10,000 feet and well on our way to Burlington, Vermont.
We made it. Now we have to make it out. I think probably the grocery store should be the first place. Grab some food, maybe some lotion because my hands are dry, and my family keeps telling me that my hands are dry in my videos. I can't breathe. And then head to the farm. Y'all, it took me forever to figure out how to put the windows down. Because, you know, usually it's over here somewhere, right? Nope, not in this car. It's right here. It's right here. That's not complicated at all. It's fun times. Okay, so now that we've figured the key things out, I need to actually figure out how to get into the gas tank. We have groceries, and I think what I'm gonna do now, I think I'm gonna head to the island. It is like around 5 o'clock Eastern time, and I told them that I would get there around 6. It's only 30 minutes away. Promises to be a really beautiful drive though, so I'm gonna try to capture some of that. But I think I'm gonna head out. I was gonna see if I could find a restaurant and get some food, like some actual cooked food, and I was like, you know what, no, I think I'm just gonna go with what I got. So let's hit the road. Did y'all see that view? I think, if I'm not mistaken, part of staying on the farm includes access to the beach, so we're definitely going over there. What? I mean, awesome, but also what? I'm so excited. So before they get here and show me around, holy cow. Bales. Silos. Whoa. And then this is where they said if I had a tent, this is where I could set up. I'm gonna see if they'll let me park like right there. Well, the sun is going down and it is getting a little bit chilly. So what I'm gonna do, I just got the tour. I will definitely take you around so that you can see the place. It's so cute. It's very rustic. Totally someplace that I would stay. But she said that I could go ahead and park the Jeep underneath this structure. So I'm going to do that, probably back in, so that I can set up the back for camping. And then probably do something about food because I haven't really eaten. I've snacked all day. But I did, I don't know. Oh, I put it out there. They sell beef because they have cattle. And I bought a steak. I'm very excited about that. I have to let it thaw, so we'll probably eat that tomorrow. But I'm really excited about that. Grass-fed, pretty much just roaming around. They process it like super close to here, so I'm excited. It's going to be great. But for the rest of it, they have a kitchen facility with like a hot plate and that kind of stuff. That's probably where I will cook. But they also have a grill here, so I will also be taking advantage of that. I'm so excited. All right, let me go ahead and move. Get under there. This gives you an idea of how big this shed is. Then we've got a fire pit and table. Ooh, there's the steak. We're gonna let that thaw. Super excited. Okay, so one of the reasons that I got the Jeep is because I was looking at videos, and it's one of the few vehicles out there that you can rent where you can lay the seats completely flat. So we're gonna do that now. I've taken everything out of the Jeep so far. As you can see, there are the groceries, and then my luggage is out. So we've got nothing back there. So I'm gonna try to do this. From what I remember, I think you do that, and then, I mean, it's not, you still got quite the bump there. We're gonna see if we can make it work. Okay, so best laid plans and all of that. I don't think I can get over, I can't manage this hump. Yeah, see that right there? Don't think I can make that work. So instead what I'm going to do, I'm going to put those back up and I'm going to sleep this way, which is what I've done when I've camped in my CRV, but my CRV is smaller than this, so I think this actually might be a little bit more comfortable. All right, got clothing. We're going to take that out and get like my bed set up, sleeping bag, blanket, pillow, and the liner. I also have this hot water bottle. I'm gonna put this in there for now. I don't know that I'm gonna need this. Might be nice, but I don't think I will. I have a feeling I'm not even gonna need that heater because I sleep hot. Yeah, I have a feeling that's not gonna be necessary. All right, there we go. Sleeping bag. case anyone's still wondering what my favorite color is. I love that it's not a mummy bag. Hate those. My 0 degree bag is, which is probably why I didn't bring it. Silk liner and pillow. They said the bull sometimes gets out, roams around. I'm not excited about that prospect. So I'm hoping that since they have it or have him out there with all of the cows that they're trying to mate, that he stays where he's supposed to stay. All right, silk liner goes in. And make sure, where's the head? There we go. All right. That. Last will be the pillow. And then we're gonna go make some food. Okay, we're all set. I got my pajama pants. I have the blackout curtains there. We're gonna put those up on the windows, probably one here and then along the sides. Probably leave the back open, can't see me anyway. Pillow, so my head's going down there. My bag is over there and toiletries are over here. So I think, oh, darkness. So now let's go find some food. All right, now into the barn where the horses were kept when they had horses to see if we can find the light switches. I'll have to show you guys the sky because it is so beautiful. Holy cow, it's so dark. I love it. All right, so this is their rugged little kitchen. So, like I said, hot plate, microwave, kettle, toaster oven, coffee maker, fridge. There's another one in here that I'm supposed to use. So that is what we'll do. Actually, I'm gonna move in here where the kitchen they said to use is. Or not the kitchen, the fridge they said to use because, yeah. By the way, I bought some of these World's Best Caramels. I'll tell you how they are because it seems like they're pretty great. This is so cute. They have a little craft station here. Oh. But also cat food. So they have this little area too with all the snacks and stuff that they sell. Because apparently the kids in this area come through and ride on their bicycles. Mom and dad give them a couple bucks and they come down here and they buy snacks. So I was warned that on the weekend I probably will experience some random kids on bicycles running through. Not in my area, but in this area if I'm out here cooking. And then this is the water. UV Max filtration, another type of filtration there. And then it just goes through and does all the water. So not all hip camps are like this, but some of them are. Like some of them, it's like you're roughing it. So if you're not into that type of thing, then this is probably not the type of trip for you. But I am into that type of thing, so here we go. So yet another example of the always be prepared thing. I was actually needing to charge my Osmo, which is what this is. The extension cords that they have don't have USB ports, so I couldn't plug this into anything, but I have my battery bank, the portable one that I use for my cell phone. So that's how we're charging the camera. All right, we're gonna have this for dinner with some veggies. I probably should bust out, oh, sorry. I probably should bust out the ravioli, but we're gonna keep that for probably lunch tomorrow. But I gotta figure out how to open this because I don't know where my multi-tool is. Somewhere in my luggage. And yes, I washed it. There's Dawn soap over there. I gotta figure out how to flip it though. Didn't think about that part. This white queso, it's really good. Even cold. Which is how I've been eating it, because I'm a little leery of that microwave. It's really good. Okay, it is wind down time. I haven't washed my face. I'm just gonna wipe. But I have brushed my teeth. As you can see, the vest is off. It's actually not as cold as I thought it was gonna be, which is awesome. It means that I probably won't need the heater, but I do have it set up just in case, the temperatures drop tonight and it just becomes unbearable. I really don't think it will. Just with the sleeping bag, the wool blanket, the liner, and I'm going to be wearing long pants, which I never sleep in. I'm a shorts and tank top girly, so probably going to still do the tank top even in this weather. But yeah, as you can see, I've got the blackout curtains up. I didn't realize that I only had 3. I thought I had 4, but that's okay. I'm backed into the space and you can walk back there, but nobody's back here. It's Vermont, number 1, but then also it's a farm, and if anything, there's coyotes. I could hear them. It sounded like a pretty big herd of them coming through, and I was like, oh no, time to jump in the van. Not that I think they're going to come this way, but I could definitely hear that they were out and about. It made me wonder if I'm supposed to close up the barn. I don't know, because there's a cat. I don't know. They didn't give me those instructions. I hope not, but I'm definitely going to ask tomorrow morning just in case. Yeah. I feel like that cat looks like it could take some people out, so I think it's going to be fine. But I'm going to throw on my pajama pants. I am going to do a little bit of work on the laptop, and then I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 9 a.m. Eastern, so 7 a.m. Colorado Mountain. Which is around the time that I usually wake up, so this totally makes sense. Last night was rough, y'all. It was a little rough. I woke up several times, not because I was cold. I actually ended up taking the heater off, not using it last night, and started taking things off. Slept in a t-shirt and those moose pants, but I was trying to pull the moose pants up because I wanted shorts, because again, I sleep hot. Had to take my socks off, was taking stuff off because it was just too warm. I did too great of a job with the sleeping bag and wool blanket combo. It was perfect. I kept waking up though because I couldn't stretch out, and at one point my leg caught a cramp. So apparently what works in your 30s and 40s, early 40s for car camping does not work when you're approaching 50. So I ended up putting the seats down at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock this morning, and slept on the seat back, which is pretty hard, but I slept better. I was able to go back to sleep, whereas I couldn't in the cushions. For whatever reason, it was just hurting my body. So we're going to have to figure out a way to air up the camping mat that I brought, and maybe go see if I can find a blanket, a cheap one, and use that as some extra kind of padding for the back of the seat, because we can't have another night like last night. That was rough. For today, I am gonna get ready, gonna do all the preppy things and probably eat some breakfast and then go see what I can get into. It's gorgeous. Today is absolutely beautiful. I'm grateful for the weather because it was not supposed to be this beautiful. Today's the colder day of the two. It's Friday, and the high is 53 and the low is 36. So one of the things I noticed yesterday as I was walking around, people here in winter coats, they're in the you know, the Patagonias and the North Face jackets, I was wearing a vest and a shirt and I was fine. So today it's a little chillier. I'm going to wear base layer, hoodie, and vest. And we're going to start there and see if I actually need the jacket. Probably not while the sun is out. So it's supposed to be sunny and slightly overcast. And then tomorrow, high of 60, low of 40. Sunday, high of 69 and low of 52. So it's only going to get warmer after today. So let's get started. Here's some of the culprits that have been bouncing and pouncing and prancing around on the rooftop. So I've changed. I got my hoodie on, some leggings, got my hat, all the layers. I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit since I probably will drive into town, and want to camouflage that there's stuff back here. So while I wait for my water to boil so I can add it to the ginger tea I made last night, make it hot again. Never in my life did I think I would buy like hard-boiled eggs that were already cooked and peeled. And yet here we are. It was easier to do this for a quick protein why can't I say that word? Addition to breakfast than to buy 6 eggs and boil them and figure out how to store them and all of that good stuff. So wish me luck. I mean, they look okay. Okay. Not as weird as they sound. All right, protein. They're a little weird. Not gonna lie. Wanted to show you how beautiful it is out here. This is all theirs. Headed back to the car. Gonna eat the rest of my breakfast. And then maybe walk to the beach because they have a private beach and then there is the beach that you can drive to. So I thought, I can't talk today. I thought we could do both of those things and then, you know, figure out going into town. Okay, part 2 of breakfast. These are so good. These are the Trader Joe's cinnamon coffee cake muffins. They're gluten-free. Yeah, as soon as I saw Trader Joe's, I knew I was going to get these for breakfast. So we've had protein. Now we're going to have the treat. Yeah, you should definitely check them out if you're into that kind of thing. I know I do some crazy things. I'm not doing that though. Nobody knows where I am. So we'll find another trail that looks a little bit more populated. Just a little bit. So I guess all of their trails look like this. At least on the island. So I am going to go ahead and do this one. It leads to the lake, and there's an overlook that we drove over yesterday that I think I'm going to stop at on my way back into Burlington. But for now, let's do this one. I definitely am taking water, and I'm going to take my GPS tracker and send my sister a text letting her know that I'm doing this hike, just so somebody knows where I am. But I just saw two ladies come out of here, so I'm guessing it's not dangerous. You know what? When in Rome, let's go. It is gorgeous. Wow. It's really pretty. And yeah, I'm out here without sunglasses because I stopped off at the library to do some research and left my sunglasses there, and the library closed like the minute I drove off. So I'll have to go back tomorrow and hope that they're still there. They are my favorite pair of sunglasses and the only ones I brought, so fingers crossed. They're also going to be really hard to, not hard to replace, really expensive to replace if I have to. But I will, because like I said, they are my favorites. Oh, there's a fork already. All right, trail map would have been great. Nah, I think I'm heading back to the car. We can, I don't think it's that far to the waterfront, but I can see the waterfront from somewhere else. Yeah, black side kicked in. It's equally as pretty going this way. I think it would be different if I had Kiri with me, because that girl, she can sense danger, wind, whatever, like a mile away. But I'm out here by myself with only a GPS to save me, so heading back to the car. I wanted to do that on the way in, so I'm glad that I got to do it this time when the weather was gorgeous and we got to take in this beautiful view of Lake Champlain. Yeah, I think let's go to Target. Get that blanket or some sort of padding for tonight. Okay, blanket acquired. We'll see if that actually works. We'll try it. If not, we'll bring it back. I got gummy bears. This is like, I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure. I'm just gonna eat it. That's pretty much what it is. But it has to be this brand. Can't be any other substitutes. Like even the ones that are good for you. I forget what it's the green bags. I don't like them as much. So if I'm gonna get candy, that's probably what I'm getting. So yeah, I did. Let's get back to the base camp because there are things that I needed today that I could not find. So while we still have daylight, I'm gonna pull the things out of my luggage and just try to get things better situated so that I'm not having to dig for things. We have one more full day, and I think I'm gonna go to the beach, which is like right there, and just hang out. They said that we can do bonfires. There's the private beach that belongs to the land or to the landowner, and then there's White's Beach, which is nearby. Fun story. The owner was like, so just so you know, we are a little bit more progressive. It's not named White's Beach because it was like, and I was like, what are you talking about? And she was just like, so, like, she didn't want to say it. She's like, because there's also like lots of people with the last name Brown. It just happens to be the name of the family. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, bro. I just thought, that's what they named it. I didn't think it was about like it being a whites only beach. The things we have to think and talk about in today's current cultural moment is just weird. But anyway, let's head back. You guys, so my host is amazing, and she did not love the fact that I didn't sleep well last night because I wasn't able to stretch out. So she set up one of the rooms, like an empty room in the barn stable area, and put a cot in it for me so that I can stretch out there instead. This is what I mean. Hip camp is just pretty amazing, the people that you get to meet. So I'm going to take that blanket back to Target. If I'd known, I wouldn't have gone to town for that. Oh, hello, kitty. And yeah, going to set up in there instead. Awesome. I just realized I don't think that I've taken you guys to see the outhouse. Those of you that can't handle toilets that don't flush, you're gonna love this. Behold the outhouse. I like the hand washing station. Once again, always appreciate those, no matter how rustic. But also, what are these guys? Composting toilet. So I'm not gonna jump into how all of that works. Just say that there's 2 compartments, one for poo, one for pee. Depending on what you sit down to do, you open one section or both. And if you do poo, then there's peat moss that is in that tank, and you have to like crank it 3 times to stir the stuff up. But this view is still amazing though. One thing I should mention, my family's from the Caribbean, and when I was younger, we would go and visit the house that my mom grew up in. And I'm not going to talk about it because she watches my videos and she would have a lot to say if I said anything. But let's just say that my parents and my siblings all grew up using an outhouse. They had a latrine. They did their business outside. So whenever I would go visit, I would do my business outside until they built the new house that we don't even go to anymore. So I'm not unused to things like this. Like, it doesn't bother me so much. Do I want to do it every day? No. That's why I don't have that kind of toilet in my van. But I'm getting to the point where I probably need to start thinking about something like that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So yeah, it's a lot more comfortable than being scrunched up in the back of the Jeep. It's really warm in here, so should be interesting to see if I get a good night's sleep in, or if I need to crack a window. She was like, "You can use the heater." Ma'am, I don't think I'm gonna need to. It's very toasty, but so sweet. Yep. I think we'll save this steak and mushrooms together. Got eggs and pineapple. Whew. So if you spend a lot of time on Instagram, TikTok, you've seen this. This is the soup or the lobster bisque that people have been buying the langostino, they're a little bit bigger than shrimp, but they taste like lobster. And then pasta, and then they make the dish with that with cheese. So we're gonna do this with the ravioli. Oh, that landed with a thud. Make sure they all get coated. I know that the recipe online, if you've been seeing that, has pasta and langostinos and stuff. I was trying to minimize my purchases, but also not have a bunch of leftovers. So this way it's nice, simple. I'm able to eat well while I'm here and not have a bunch of stuff left over. So I have enough for one more meal. That is this. And then the steak with vegetables. And then that's it. Like I'm done. So I think I planned well enough. Today all I had was the chips and queso dip, which was really good, but also there's no nutrition in that. So we're going a little fancy with this. See, if I was thinking, I would have gotten cheese, but we'll have to do that when we're in the van so that I have a fridge to put leftovers in and bring home if I need to. Yeah, there's dinner. Let's try it. That's pretty good. I feel like if I were at home, I would doctor it up a little bit with some spices and stuff, but I didn't bring any of that, so we're eating it as is. which is pretty tasty. Got some wood so we can have a fire today. I say that I'm gonna have a fire, but if I hear more coyotes like I did last night, maybe not. So Vermont is one of those places where they ask you to keep the firewood local. So I just bought it from the host. They sell it 7 pieces for $5. Oh my goodness. So I went ahead and just bought that. And we're gonna go with just lighting it up. All right, so we've got a piece in here. This is where having my tools would have come in handy. I would have totally gotten that out that way, but we don't have it. So I have these because I was able to fly with them. They're basically particle board of some sort, but they're actually fire starters. So I'm gonna start with one and then throw another one in there if I have to. This is what I'm using for kindling. I doubt that that's gonna catch super quickly, but we'll see what happens. There's also some newspaper nearby that I might throw in there and have that be part of the situation too. Just doing another one. Little bits of sticks and stuff. And shred that a little bit more. Make sure that there's air at the base. Let's see if that catches. Ooh. Yep, it catches. I am going to get some of the medium-sized sticks and do a pyramid. I do pyramid. You can do the stacked square, whatever works for you. I only bought 7 pieces, so I'm not going to be here all night. We'll try to do a fire again tomorrow night if that works out. But yeah, just thought it would be nice for tonight to sit around and have that there. Okay, I didn't show you, but I put in one of the pieces that was already in here, kind of a nub of like gnarled dry wood that had been burned as a base, and I built the pyramid on top of that. So you can see that part is high, it goes down low, high, low, and then that's across. And if you're wondering why I'm showing you how I build my fires, it's because someone asked me to. I said I would do it in a video, and I just haven't done it. It's basically what happened. So now, showing it to you. The last part of that is just to continue to feed the fire. So I would then put the larger logs that I got from their stack on top of there and just continue to build. Yeah, should last for about an hour, I think, depending on the size of the wood that you get.